So video 2 of module 3, and we're going to get straight into one of the thinking tools again. Tool number 5, my get to it plan. This I love. This is in my diary. I see it every day. It's a usable tool. You might start to think, actually, John, these tools are really simple, and that's the whole point of them. These are simple to apply. They're not these complex models or something that you have to really sit and think about each day. These are things that you can just get to, write it down and start to tick the boxes. But understanding actually having a process, having a plan in place. A lot of people I talk to when they say, oh, I'm struggling a little bit, John, I go, okay, so what's your plan? How do you bring control into your life if you're starting to drift or you're starting to get a little bit of anxiety? What do you do first? And I sometimes really just talk about sleeping patterns. I say, okay, so what time do you go to bed? What time do you get up? And they're like, oh, well, there's not really a structure around it. I said, well, maybe that's where you need to look first. So this, again, is a simple tool, but it has so much benefit if applied, and this is habitually, consistently applied. So my get to it plan, it's really an intention and then action list plan. It's about what I'm going to get up to in the day. What am I going to do on a weekly basis, and then what am I going to do on a daily basis, and making those personal commitments, those intentions, but then linking the action and activity to it. Intentions are great. I've always said intentions are great, but activity has to far outweigh our intentions. We know sometimes we have this great emotional desire to change, great intention. Look at January the 1st, let's just say, New Year's Day. How many people get up in the morning and say, right, that's it, I'm going to change my life, I'm going to stop drinking, I'm going to cut down my smoking, I'm going to eat healthy food. Lots of positive intentions, but then it's the activity afterwards, but consistently applied. That's the trick, isn't it? It's like not after week 2, the buttons are getting pressed. Oh, well, I've been eating well for 3 weeks, I'm allowed to have that. That's cool. I get cheat days, but sometimes that justification then leads on to other things. So my get to it plan is very simple. It's about what are my weekly want tos, what are my daily want tos, and why are you doing it? Impose a structure. Try to get your life in some kind of structure. I like creativity. I love creativity and this freedom to go everywhere and start to drift and think about things. Great for the imagination. Great when you're putting plans together. But then the key thing is impose a structure into it. Gives you that little bit more self-control. You become reliant on yourself, especially when things are happening, this adversity, and these things are out of our control, or our structures maybe just disappear. Then it's about looking at ourselves and imposing that structure on ourselves. And it starts with one small thing. It could be get up before 8 o'clock, drink that glass of water, walk round the block, read that one page, go to bed before 12, 10, whatever it is you decide. You start to impose that structure on yourself, and you're responsible for that. This is something I realised. Nobody's going to come along and do it for me. When my structures fell down and I had my heart attack and everything sort of fell to pieces around me, I was like, oh my God, what's happening? I need to try and get some control of this, and I want to get some control of it. And the choice was to impose a structure on myself. How do I do it? Well, this is where my get to it plan came in. This is exactly what I used to help me get through the adversity that I faced. Formulate a plan. Formulate, great word. Start to put something together. Gives you direction, that progression, that great intention for the day. Order your day. Great words, aren't they? These 3 words, I work in threes. How am I going to formulate a plan? How am I going to order my day? How do you order your day? What does order look like in your day? Have you got any order? Do you want to impose it and start formulating a plan around it and start to use this plan? Simple as it is, it can start to put some order in your day and put some structure to it as well. Prepare to act. This is about habitual consistency. Look to yourself, prepare to act. Sometimes I do that the night before. I look at my plan and say, okay, what's on the plan for tomorrow? How do I prepare myself the evening before the morning? And say, right, okay, so tomorrow, yeah, I'm going to be looking at this. This is the commitments that I've made. So these things I need to organise tonight, whatever those things may be. And I'm preparing myself. So sometimes I go to bed more, really well prepared for the next day. And again, it's a mindset and mentality shift. It's like, I'm really prepared to start tomorrow. And really going to bed with those intentions. And somehow it just comes onto our subconscious. And then in the morning, we're sort of raring to go. Pursue your plan. How do you pursue it? Now, a lot of the time we just forget. So this is why it's a visual plan. This is in my diary. It's in my planner. I see it every day. What I actually do, I impose certain time in the morning to look at my plan. So I get up, I'll have my glasses of water and I'll do my little rituals that I do. And then one of them will be looking at my get to it plan. Ticking the boxes off, making me feel a certain way, really getting a focus about, okay, so what's the day look like if I'm going to put it up with you? What are the priorities? What are the things that I've committed to achieve and the why? So go to the tool. It's self-explanatory. I don't think I need to sit here and teach you how to do it. First of all is my daily want-tos. What are the want-tos? Those little small things. So some examples of mine is I always make my bed. I know there's a lot of information on YouTube, some great videos on there about making your bed and putting a structure in place. I've been doing that for many years. I always have 2 glasses of water. That is a ritual that I've imposed on myself. It rehydrates my body. I'll always sit for 15 minutes and have solitude. I'll have no mobile phone. I'll have no television. I will just sit and I'll look at my plan and I'll prepare for the day. And then there's other things that I'll do again that are on my dailies and I'll tick them off and I'll feel really good. And then there's the weeklies. It's not an everyday, but it may be 3 or 4 times a week that you want to do something. You can start to add that to it as well. And again, this is your choice. This is the ideas. I haven't got the ideas. Like I said, I haven't got the answers. The questions will come. Little things. Sometimes this seems so irrelevant. Oh, glass of water, John. 2 glasses of water. That's not a lot. But it progresses me. It gives me a focus. It gives me a structure. It makes me feel like I've achieved something at the end of the day by putting in a process more than anything. And every single day I'm working to a process. And look, it can get really boring. And this is one of the other things. It becomes boring and we think, oh, well, it's not making a difference. And then we start pressing the buttons and we start to rationalize why we stop doing things. And we lose that self-discipline habit. And this is around building this self-discipline, but doing it day by day. At the end of next week, could you say to yourself that you got up before 8 o'clock and you made your bed? Could you say to yourself that, yeah, every single day I drank 2 glasses of water, or I read for half an hour, or I watched a motivational video? Could you say that you went round the block 3 times, you went for a walk, you went to the gym, whatever you do to challenge yourself in your own well-being and your fitness? It may be that I do this quite a lot, is no chocolate. So I do a nose here about no chocolate 3 times a week or 4 times a week. I set challenges, especially on the things that I know I like. So again, it's just challenging myself, and I put myself up for review and say, how well did I do? And that's the key thing with this plan. At the end of the week, you hold the mirror up and you say, did I promise to do the things that I said I was going to do? Because that will build my character. And if at the end of the week you say yes, well done. What a great week. And and I save these, so I look back at them. I'm a bit weird like that, but I look back at them and I look at my good weeks and I look at my challenging weeks, and I'll ask myself on my challenging weeks, what happened? What distracted me? Who distracted me? Was I feeling lazy? What do I need to look at? What do I want to start to change? What do I choose to do differently? So a great plan, a great tool, very simple, nothing complex. There's nothing more to this. I love simple plans that then add complexity behind it, because it's then the hard work's behind the plan, isn't it? It's the do bit, the apply bit. So thank you for your time, your energy and your focus. I hope this plan works. Print them off. Make sure you see them. Sometimes on computers, I don't know with this plan, it doesn't work so well on a computer because sometimes you don't see it. Unless you use your iPad or you see your computer every day and you can tick it off. Mine's printed. I have lots of these. I just print off 20 at a time, and every single week I'll write a new one out, or sometimes replicate it. I'll keep them in a folder, and then I'll have a process in the day about looking at it and then reviewing it as well, and just putting that process. And this is probably one of the things that have given me a lot more resolve, improved my discipline, which then has sort of leaked out into other parts of my life as well, which has been quite interesting, especially around my fitness and my eating and my personal development. Just by building one discipline, it's sort of then influenced another part of my life as well, which is quite strange, but again, really beneficial. So I will see you on the next video. We're going to look at building chains and the habit chain. So if you've got that printed, fantastic. Again, a really simple tool about consistently applying things. Thank you so much.